Clacton on the Sea. Is it really that bad? So welcome to a video with a walk with Coffee Neil. Obviously this place has had quite a lot of bad press, bad publicity. So I'm going to walk round, I'm going to check it out and see what positives I can find, because so far it looks alright, and I'm starting here on the North Pier. So the North Pier is open. Obviously the white water part, what you can see over there, isn't. And unfortunately the Ferris wheel's not open either, which I'm a bit gutted about because I'm looking forward to going on there. So here's a closer look at the Clacton Pier. Like I said, this is the north side. Over there, just like Felixstowe, there's the boardwalk on there. Obviously these little cool shops there as well. And over there, you can get ice cream and chips. Told you it was normal to eat ice cream and chips together. So I'm just walking down Seafront and seeing if there's anything interesting down here. So far it doesn't actually look like there's much here, or at least there ain't much open. But we'll keep walking around, we'll keep having a look, we'll see what we can find. But let's see. These things are massive as well, I'm telling you now, huge. So I've just seen here that this place at the back of the pier, I can see a few people walking around on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over there and give it a go and have a look what's around there. It looks like the only thing what's sort of happening at the moment. Don't really like the fact I have to walk through the arcade, but look at this mini golf course. This looks pretty cool. If I weren't here alone, I'd have to give that a whirl. That is quality. So I've come out here where all the fun fair is and everything. However, it's all closed, which is a shame. I mean, it's May as well, you know, so maybe it just opens at weekend and that's how they, you know, save the money and stuff, but we'll see. So as you can see, once everything is open here, it's probably very thriving. However, like I said, it's a Thursday in May, so maybe it's just open at weekend. It's quite a good view and all though on the sea. Obviously the weather's not great today, but it's all right, you know, to walk around it's all right. Tell you what, this pier, this floor, don't feel very safe, you know. I feel like I'm going to fall through it any minute. I really do. So apparently this pier, you can see, is a North Pier, Clacton On Sea. Apparently it won the best pier in 2020. I've not been on that many piers to compare, to be honest, but that's what I've just seen on history. And this is my current view. A few people fishing there. I'll have to admit with you, I don't think I'm meant to be up here. I did see people walking up here, but now I've come past them, I think they both work here. Oh well, no one said out, but I'm walking back now anyway. So I've mentioned already that most things are closed here. I don't know what it's like at night and if things open up sort of at night to get vibing a little bit, but there's no vibe at the moment. Like I said, it is a Thursday, so maybe on a Friday and Saturday and Sunday it's very different. But it is May as well, so I did expect a few more things to be open, but I'll try and go and find a coffee and we'll go from there. So I've come up to the gardens and this actually looks really nice, you know, actually. So it's good that even though the place has got quite a bad reputation, you know, this is well maintained and well looked after, which is really good, really positive. And here's some more a bit further down. Again, very well maintained, as you can see. Really nice, actually. It's all good. That's the view I'm getting. Unfortunately, got chaps like that knocking about, which is a shame, because that's what gives it its bad reputation. So there is plenty of positives around here. So don't let that fool you. There is quite a few positives in here, like how nice this all looks. Tell you what though, that sea is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So driving down here, I never thought I'd been here before, but I've seen some things what look quite familiar, and I'm wondering if I've actually been here when we've done the music gigs, when I was touring all over the place. So I'm gonna Google that and check that out, because some of this does look familiar. That looks a bit different. Really does. Needs a lot of paint, like. Looks cool, but looks in need of a lot of attention. A lot of attention. Here for the summer. It's quite cold today, so probably not the best idea to put your feet in here. Plus it looks quite dirty too. Although not that bad, I've seen worse. Much worse. I expected worse actually. So it actually isn't that bad. So far, I think the seafront's alright. You know, I will have a quick look around town and all that sort of stuff as well, because that's why like, it might look a bit more run down and stuff. But the seafront's alright, you know. In the summer when everything's open, well, like I said, it is May now, so you'd have expected things to be open. You know, I'm guessing this is an alright place to come. So if you saw my video from Felixstowe, there were a lot of these beach hut things knocking around, but they were in so much better condition. A lot of these unfortunately look like people have tried to break into them, look a bit damaged, which is a bit of a shame really, isn't it? Because they really do light up a seaside place. Toby Carver's here. So if you want to roast by the beach, there you go. It's got a cracking view and all. When I swing it round, the view is pretty good. Imagine this in the summer. Sit outside and, you know, you can get a fairly decent view of everything. So yeah, that's pretty cool, that. Like I said, everything is currently shut, unfortunately. There are a few things open, so I can get a coffee and I can get some food. But obviously it would have been nice to see all of it open. But the views are alright, you know. It's definitely worth coming. I think you're better off sticking to a weekend if you come here. Look at the size of that. That is absolutely huge. They look like lethal as well. Can't believe how big they are. Massive. Right there you have the Martello Tower. This is pretty cool, this, you know. Quite nice. By the seafront again, like I said. The beach is actually quite spotless. If you look down there, I know you're sort of heading out of Clacton that way, I don't know where it goes, but it is pretty spotless, you know. Beautiful. Quite enjoying this walk. And a view from the other side with the deadly seagulls. Got to admit though, that's pretty cool. Outside the lifeboat place. Do really like that. Shame it's fenced off, but obviously you've got to protect these things because, you know, people just damage them otherwise, unfortunately. Can't trust people with anything these days. This is cool though. You've got some benches here. A mini golf, little mini golf place, a bit like Felixstowe again. And over there, you can sit on the benches and enjoy the seafront view, which is amazing today. I really do like it today. While he's walking that close to the water, I hope he can swim. That tide's coming in very shortly. Will he survive it? I hope you can swim. Get your armbands out. Just look at the colour. I love this. Absolutely love it. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. As you can see as well, the sun's up there, so there's not going to be a great sunrise. It's behind all the clouds. Okay, so this is probably where it does get some of its bad reputation from, but there's a lot of, you know, towns, cities, etc. what have got a lot of boarded up buildings. Okay, fair enough. There's a load of kids behind me down there, all scrapping, and then every time an adult walks past them, they keep shouting that they're an undercover copper. Madness. So it's about 4:30, so I've had to come to Costa, plug the phone in, get some charge, and then I'm just gonna go for another walk round, look for somewhere to go to eat later. I'm not out nothing yet. So, you know, I love a church building and I quite like that one. It looks pretty quirky, that. Really good. One of the best things I've found round here. Nah, to be fair, I think it's alright round here, you know. So I'm just having a walk a bit further up, a bit out of the town centre. It looks like there's a few shops and that knocking about. But it's very quiet, to be honest. Like, the place is very, very quiet. I've just been talking to the man and woman in Costa, and they were saying it does have its characters, but the place is actually alright. So I got up here, found an Aldi, a Lidl, a few takeaways, Chinese there, wouldn't mind a Chinese, and then this Bingo Century Cinema. I don't know if there's oh, I think the cinema's still there, to be fair. But a few things up here, and then right over there we've got the golden curry and the dragon, so more takeaways. So I'll not run out of options for food. So that's the street I walked down earlier. It's not too bad, most shops are actually open, you know, down here. We're where the young kids were fighting in the street, but again Costa said that's quite a regular occurrence. But then when you see a building like this and it's just stood empty, then beach huts look a lot nicer there than they actually do on the seafront. There's some strange combinations going off here. Salt beef and cheese cake bar. A little bit crazy that. Mad. Yeah, and obviously as you can tell down here, as I'm walking down, obviously it is very sort of run down, looks rough and that, and I wouldn't really fancy walking around here at night, but outside of the town centre, the seafront. So I'm just going to nip back to the hotel. I paid £39 for this hotel. It come with free parking, but I didn't actually know that, and I ended up paying for parking before I arrived at the hotel, which is very frustrating. But it's a bit of a weird room, you know. I actually paid for a single room, but they've given me a double room. However, the sink is in the room and not in the bathroom. I'll show you, but obviously I'll be quiet because I don't want to get kicked out. I laid on that bed, by the way, so that explains the creases. Absolutely love the sound of water, mate. This sounds amazing. Love it. I was going to say I was going to come back when it were all lit up down here, but there's no real light, so I don't know what it'll actually look like. A bit like Felixstowe though, there's a lot of like rocks and that knocking about on here. I really like these beaches when it's on. Not quite as nice as Felixstowe in terms of there's not a bit there. It's still quite nice beach. So there is a really nice coastal path. I were going to walk from here to Harwich, which would have took about 9 hours, and walked all the way across the coast, but because I had to drive here, obviously I've got the car, so I can't just leave it, walk there and walk back. There's no way to get back on the train either, so I'm just going to have to drive to the areas I wanted to go to and check them out tomorrow. Here you've got Upside Down House, another thing what's not open. I mean, to be fair, it is past 6 o'clock now, but it weren't open earlier either. But I've been in one of them in London before, and they make you quite dizzy, to be honest. But it's quite a good experience. It's about a £5 to go in. I tell you what, I know I said it was quiet and that, but it gives me the chance to just step back and appreciate how nice the beach actually is. So I've come in this place, I'll let you know what it's called later, but this is a lounge burger. It should have cost 14 quid, but she charged me 10 quid by accident because she misheard me. Probably my northern accent, but we'll give this a blast. So I've come back out of the hotel to come and watch the sunset. So the clouds have cleared a bit, so apparently you can get quite a good view of the sunset on the beach, so we'll give that a go. So this is where I came for food earlier. It's called the Martello Lounge. It were recommended to me, and I'm glad it was actually really nice, you know. Rated it very highly. So if you're ever in this area, come here. It's pretty cool. Nice seafront view too. So unfortunately it looks like the sun is the opposite side. So there's a few people there knocking about on there. You can see the sunline starting to come down, but I don't know if I'm going to get a great view here. I'm going to walk a bit further down because it were a little bit better down there. A little bit of cool artwork there, seafront artwork. So there's some chaps up there smoking and on bikes earlier, but it's quieting down now. And Clacton's own very own palm tree look. So I did come out for the sunset, but I don't think I'm going to see one, unfortunately. I'm going to walk further up and see if I can just catch a glimpse of something, but it's not looking that promising, unfortunately. Although if you look behind me, it actually looks a bit better behind me now. So the coastal path is fairly quiet. There's a few people knocking about, but it's nice just to enjoy the evening and just relax and hear the water. Like I said before, I love the sound of water, and it's just a shame like I can't see the proper sunset. I've come a bit higher and that's the view I'm currently getting. That's beautiful. So as you can see, the sunset is coming. It's a little bit better on this side now. I've walked back over. It's still not great, but it's better. And this is probably the best I'm going to be able to get, unfortunately. So I've walked over here. As you can see, there's not going to be much of a sunset. The sun's pretty much gone down now. It's just going to get dark now. I'll film a couple of things what do light up, but there's not going to be much, so we're almost at the end now. Didn't even notice this part earlier. That looks really cool with the rocks across there. Really like that. It's actually really alright, this place, it really is. That's some house, isn't it? Look at that for an house. Love it. So here you've got the West Cliff Theatre, and I think I've done a gig in here before, you know. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have. There's definitely something very familiar around this area. It's going dark, obviously, as you can see. It's gone dark. Another cracking church building there. So I'm just walking, not looking where I'm going, and the tarmacking road, and I've just fell over this. Luckily I didn't fall and smash my face open. So nothing looks that good here, lit up. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching. My final thoughts on Clacton on the Sea is, you know, I think it's alright here. I think the bad rep's not fair. Don't get me wrong. There's some very, very strange people here, and there's a lot of chavs here. So I can see where some of the reputation comes from. But when you walk down onto the seafront, you know, everything's very clean, very well looked after and very well maintained. So you need to give it credit where credit's due. So like I said, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one.